The inquiry focuses on the period from the summer of 2001 to the end of July 2009 and looks at the run-up to the conflict in Iraq, the military action and its aftermath, and considers the UK's involvement and the way the decisions were made. Well, let's remind ourselves of the background. It was, of course, back in 2001 and 2002 when meetings were held between the former Prime Minister Tony Blair and George W. Bush. And the US President argued that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction which posed an immediate threat to global security. In March 2003, Britain and the US invaded Iraq, and within weeks, dictator Saddam Hussein was ousted. Well, 4 years of fighting followed as various groups competed for power, and in 2007 Tony Blair announced the first phase of a withdrawal of British forces, with all remaining troops due to return home in April 2009. Just a few months later, then in July 2009, the then Prime Minister Gordon Brown launched an independent inquiry into the war chaired by Sir John Chilcot. And by November, the first of a long list of witnesses were called, including the former Foreign Secretary Jack Straw and the former Number 10 spokesman Alastair Campbell. In January the following year, Tony Blair himself was called.
Given his use of chemical weapons, given the over 1 million people whose deaths he caused, given 10 years of breaking UN resolutions, could we take the risk of this man reconstituting his weapons programs?
Well, he insisted that he had no regrets about removing Saddam Hussein, describing the Iraqi leader as a monster. By May 2011, after the final witness statements had been taken, the inquiry chairman, Sir John Chilcot, said the report could be published by the autumn. But then came the first of several delays, with wranglings over publishing the secret documents and allowing those criticised time to respond. The release of the report has been postponed by more than 3 years. So where are we now? Well, it's almost 12 years since the start of the Iraq War, nearly 5 years since the inquiry got underway, with the final evidence heard in 2011, a full 4 years ago. More than 100 witnesses have been called, and crucially, it's cost more than £9 million in taxpayers' money.